What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the tavern. I'm Spencer,
And I'm Eli.
and this is Bardic Blunders. And, gosh, is the news cycle for relevant topics dead right now? Like, seriously. I was looking all day for something to talk about, and I'm like, I can't find anything. It's just all sports news.
Yeah, get that shit out of here. We're nerds, not sports people.
Except I am a sports person on top of being a nerd, so I care about the sports news, at least as long as it's hockey or football related. But as for this podcast, sports news don't matter. So, our first topic today was Eli's idea, uh, because he is now violently ill with what I was dealing with last week.
I hate it.
Yeah, I did too. It was not pleasant. But so you've been watching a lot of TV in your time
I've been
on the
watching a lot of
toilet,
Netflix. Yeah. Only thing keeping me company.
right? And you made an observation that he actually texted me about earlier. Uh, that TV from 10 years ago is funnier than TV now, and I'll throw it on over to you to explain that.
So yeah, I just finished watching Resident Alien, which okay, is pretty funny. It has bits and pieces of funny parts, but it's like the breathe through your nose kinda funny. Like, oh, that's nice. That's cute. Um, the but I was like, this after season one, it's kind of drags, you know.
Okay.
Um, which kind of comes down to like when you don't really have a great story from the end of season one to season two, and they're just like, oh, people liked it. We need to make another season. And it's like, we're just gonna make fun of random things that make no sense to be making fun of in television.
Right. What's up, Shadow City?
Hey, Shadow. Um, but then I started watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine after I finished Resident Alien. I have been laughing my ass off on a toilet. It's one of the few things that has brought me joy, which
Oh
is
boy.
sad.
Also very funny though.
Oh, hysterically funny.
Jeez. Have you seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine before?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine's a funny show. I didn't watch all of it, but I definitely have seen a good amount of it, and it's funny. I okay. Have you? How do I ask this without spoiling?
I've seen like in parts of it. I am in season two towards the end.
See, that's what I don't know where these moments happen. So, yeah, it's a line of suspects sing a song.
Oh, I have not gotten there, but I do
Okay,
know about that.
I won't. Oh, okay. If you know about it already, then that one's really funny. And then there's another really funny moment that I can't think of a way to explain. It's one of the few things that's brought me joy, said in a completely monotone voice. Yeah, yeah, he's had some issues. Like I had some issues where I had to end a couple streams early last week because my stomach was killing me, He's had those same issues now.
Except, like, I'm still at work for 12 hours a day. I'm gonna fucking throw my mouse.
Okay, alright. Chill out. This is why you
I
shouldn't be
gotta.
playing a golf game while we're doing a podcast. Play something like Cities Skylines, where you're not going to be throwing your mouse out the window while we're trying to talk. Good grief,
no,
man.
I'm like, I am having a ridiculously fun time playing. Oh, watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like, there's so many things that it's like, are the spilt soup at the cold openings are getting me so many times, dude.
Dude, because you want to know what the cold openings remind me of? Like when Achievement Hunter or Game Grumps will have a cold open. It's like it's so not a TV thing.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's like a sitcom, but funny.
that is what it is.
Like,
Yes.
if you took the entire series of Friends and took out the laugh track, are the jokes even funny?
Most of the time, no. I will say
But
a couple of Chandler's lines are pretty funny,
okay,
even out of context.
Chandler's probably one of the funnier sides of it, if that makes sense.
Chandler is the funnier side of it. he's
Yeah.
he's the only thing I find funny about Friends. Ross is cringeworthy, and most of the other characters are annoying. But like, let's go with a more modern example. As a matter of fact, around the same time as Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Big Bang Theory.
I do not find Big Bang Theory funny.
See, okay, again, to me, it's like you talked about Resident Alien. It has funny moments, but to sit down and watch a whole episode of Big Bang Theory is like a chore.
Yeah.
Like, with one exception, the D&D episode. Because that is the only time that mainstream media has depicted D&D accurately. Now, a lot of people told me about Stranger Things. I haven't watched Stranger Things. I'll leave that off to the side and say I'll trust people in them saying that it had an accurate depiction of D&D.
It was okay. I hate to be that guy, but it wasn't the best.
See, the thing that I hate is their depiction of Vecna.
Okay, so I had somebody explain that to me where it made a lot of sense as like somebody playing D&D. Because it's not actually Vecna.
Oh. Okay, then what is it?
Oh, a shadow demon.
Okay. But then why do they call it Vecna?
Because they're children and they're trying to correlate things together. Like,
But
the monster under your bed isn't real, but as a child, you absolutely believed it was.
But if they also play D&D, they'd know what a shadow demon is. They'd know.
It's funny enough. It's before the shadow demon was an actual enemy in D&D.
Oh. See, but I mean, it's just, even if it's not actually Vecna, you don't use that name lightly. Especially after the way Critical Role brought Vecna into even more of a limelight than he was in. Like, you don't just throw around that name willy-nilly. That's a name that carries weight.
I really want to meet Vecna in one of your campaigns.
See, I'm afraid to use Vecna because now, because of Critical Role, it's like Matt Colville described. Vecna's almost like Matt Mercer's villain now.
Yeah.
After Critical Role. And like Matt Colville joked, uh, or no, I think maybe it was Mercer that said it. He's like, you can have Tiamat. Like I'm so afraid to even have a hint of Vecna in my campaign because of how incredible Matt Mercer played Vecna. I don't think I can live up to that. See, and that's why I kept leaving Curse of Strahd on the table for you guys. Uh because I really I had some ideas for Strahd that I really wanted to use. Um
Rod's a fun one. I will give you that one.
oh,
But I like using weird villains as well. Like, what was it? What was the thing I used? That, oh, the Star Spawn.
yes, the Star Spawn Mangler. Well, that was just one
Well,
of them,
that
but
there's a whole line of those things.
right. Yeah, that
And they're very like no one runs them because it's like why would I ever run those? But then you like look into the lore of it and you're like, "Oh, this is an amazing villain,"
that's funny,
so to
Shadow
say.
City. Right. Well, and that's what I liked about using the Slod in my last campaign was it's I mean, everyone aside from you and Alex were like, what is this? This is just like a frog. What I was like,
Yeah.
yes, an evil frog that loves chaos. And that there are so many interesting enemies in D&D that get underutilized. Like I want to okay, what was your opinion on the zombified hill giant?
Um okay, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Um I saw it. Well, as soon as you were explaining it, I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what this is."
I kind of figured.
Because I've used those before, and I'm very much a proponent of using them, but no one really ever wants to use them because they're a little bit clumsy in combat, if that makes sense.
Yes, they are very clumsy. But that's what I thought. I was like, "Oh, this will be even more interesting. It's a zombie. It's even dumber
It,
than it is normally."
so, the only reason why I say they're clumsy in combat is because they, big enemies have that problem in combat, if that makes sense. Uh, you have a really big enemy, so you want to run fewer things to fight your players, but it bites you in the butt because you're running fewer things.
Right. Which is why okay, I like when you guys play it smart. It's just a frog, and then the frog snaps your neck. Exactly. I like that you guys are playing it smart because it tells me you're taking it more seriously than just, oh, we need to trudge on forward and fight fights. And Finn even told me, he was like, I would have been really interested to fight that thing. I'm like, oh, yeah, you guys would have been in a bad spot. Like, that, especially with the second giant, because the plan
Yeah.
was you start the fight against the first giant, second giant shows up to make it even more fun. Because I was like, okay, especially with the way that we were planning on trying combat this time. There's a chance that you guys beat down this giant really quickly.
Yeah.
So throw in a second one. Oh, it's a deadly encounter now. Eh, what? You guys are level 3? You can handle a deadly encounter.
The, so funny enough, I view it like you do because like those star spawns, even one of them, I think I started throwing them at you guys at like level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are a deadly encounter until you're level 7.
Right.
Those things are like no joke mess around. They're the mess around, find out real fast.
Oh yeah, like dude, the Manglers. When you threw two of them at us at once, you set it up in a good way with those, because you had Penelope haste me, so I was a cleric with 2 turns, which is a nightmare.
Yeah. But I also, like, I go into especially that one because I wasn't being very nice to you guys, and I kind of sat down at the first session and went, listen, I'm not being very nice this campaign. Like, me as the DM is setting up encounters that are gonna make you suffer.
Right.
Me as a player does not want to see you suffer. However, I
But
will help you guys as much as you guys are willing to take it.
you made us play smart.
Yeah.
That was the thing. That's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to play smart. Also, Shadow City, D&D does have official rules for guns. Well, okay. They're quote unquote official. They just haven't been published in a book, which is why they're considered unearthed arcana. They are made by D&D. They're official rules. They're just, since they're unearthed arcana, that means like you can't do that in a Adventurers League game or stuff like that. But in your home game, they have set rules that are balanced with the rest of the game. So if you look up,
Yes.
like, literally just look up gunslinger or guns in D&D and go to D&D Beyond, that's the official rules. They're just not published in a book, so they're not quote unquote official. It's a very weird thing with the way D&D is set up. But anyway, yeah, that's what I want from you guys, and I'm glad that you weren't just like, all right, let's fight this. Although I would have loved for you guys to fight it. I'm gonna get my kicks either way. I either get to see the
Yeah.
gears turn in your guys' heads to be like, okay, this is how we solve this issue, or I get to bludgeon you guys with dangerous monsters. Either way, I'm happy.
Yeah, I know. And that I hate to be that guy while I'm playing because I do feel I do that a little bit with this group. Because this group, I'm going to be honest, is a bit newer to D&D.
Oh, dude, this is most of their second campaigns.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I feel really bad.
We've got yours running simultaneously, and we did have yours that was the Civil War campaign, but we didn't. That wasn't a typical campaign for one, because that was a lot of talking.
Yes.
So that
Because
definitely,
I like campaigns that we just talk.
right. Well, and that honed everybody's role playing. Like, I think that's the best character I've ever played from a story perspective. Like, because Storm is fun, Scorch is fun, I love Dante, but Saris, that is the most I've put into a character's backstory and the most I've actually played a character.
Yeah.
And I greatly enjoyed that. I don't know how the rest of the group really felt about that campaign, but I had a lot of fun with it.
Funny enough, most everyone enjoyed that campaign. There were a couple points that they did not like. And I'm going to be honest, there were points that I kind of just haphazardly threw together.
Right.
But that happens to the best of us, I'm not going to lie. Like, crunch time comes and it's like, ah, man, I'm in trouble. I need something for them to fight or something for them to do. So I'm just going to throw it in.
Right.
And, I mean, it worked out. The one that I remember that most people were kind of upset by was the one in the Elven Throne Room.
The Elven Throne Room, which
You were upset, but it wasn't because of how the game played out. You were upset because of everyone else in the party.
everyone else was talking over me and trying to. I'm like, no, this is how we got to handle it, and they're like, no, we should do this, and then it dragged on long enough that you're like, all right, He kills them. Like, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. We could have stopped this if you morons stopped interrupting me.
Yeah, but at the same time, a lot of people, like the majority of the group, really enjoyed it. Other than they're like, well, I want to hit things, and it's like, yeah, I understand you want to hit things, but you can't really hit things if there's nothing to hit.
Right.
Because yeah, your fighter with a sword is real scary, but now he's gonna have to talk to somebody. How well does your fighter with a sword deal with talking?
The backup DM for a campaign your friend is running, and this is either the first or second campaign for everyone now. Send help. Okay, Shadow City. What do you need help with? Also, are you in the Discord? Because we have a whole channel in the Discord for D&D questions.
And we have DMs that have way more experience. Well, Alex does have more experience than the two of us, I'm not gonna lie.
Yes.
But he
And you've got more experience. Oh, you're joking. Okay.
Oh.
I was like, I'm ready to
no.
help.
Our because our group is special, if that makes sense, because we got a lot of people who want to play weird but don't know how weird they can play.
Right.
Like, look at Willie. He's like, I'm having fun doing the weird voices.
his joke last week killed me.
I know, you were out.
That was so fun. So our friend Willie in my campaign right now, he's kind of doing a New York accent. He's like, hey boss. And our friend Finn is also doing that voice when talking to him. It's like, hey boss, what do you think about this? I don't know, man. That's a little, he's doing that kind of voice. And well, Alex finally joined my campaign after missing quite a few sessions and introduced his character. And and Willie's talking to his character. He's like, I don't know, man. You seem kind of weird. You seem kind of off. You seem like you got that thing that someone in my village had it. It was autism. I probably didn't deliver it nearly as well as he did, but it was so out of left field. It was like came up and hit me in the side of the face like a frying pan. It was so funny.
It was like off the cuff. It was like the way he was talking and describing it.
He's like, yeah, someone in my village had it. Autism.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Willie.
Man.
One of our player characters is a sentient cow. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's like the thing. It's like my first character, a human fighter. My 40th character, I'm a sentient piece of bread that carries itself around with mage hand.
Yeah.
But we're doing all this talking about D&D, and there has been some TTRPG news. So
From NASA.
NASA has made a TTRPG. I have to go find. I had the article open and I lost it. Oh boy.
So, from what I have heard, because I haven't had a chance to sit down and read through it, because I mean, I'm pretty busy.
Right.
But for the most part, it is one of those like people are looking at it and they're like, this doesn't really feel like a, you know, NASA thing. But then you're like reading it and you're like, oh no, it is absolutely a NASA thing.
Okay, I'll read the little blurb for it off of NASA's website, which I never thought I'd get TTRPG news off of a .gov site, but you know, new things happening. Year 2024, that's where we are. Calling all adventurers. It's time to gather your party in your favorite tabletop role-playing game system. A dark mystery has settled over the city of Aldestron on the rogue planet of L.A.S. Researchers dedicated to studying the cosmos have disappeared, and the Hubble Space Telescope has vanished from Earth's timeline. Only an ambitious crew of adventurers can uncover what was lost. Are you up to the challenge? This adventure is designed for a party of 4th to 7th level 7 to 10 characters and is easily adaptable for your preferred tabletop system. NASA's first TTRPG adventure invites you to take on a classic villain while also using and learning science skills as you overcome challenges and embark on an exciting quest to unlock more knowledge about our universe. Download your game document below and get ready to explore L.A.S. Yeah, there was quite a stutter there when trying to say NASA's website.
Yeah, I firmly am gonna believe that this is gonna be one of those things that's not. It's gonna get swept under the rug. Let's be honest.
Probably. Oh, it's called The
Just
Lost Universe. Oh
say it's
boy.
gonna get swept under the rug is because they have to compete with giants.
Oh yeah.
And yes, it is NASA, so it's
It's gonna
gonna
get
have
attention just
being
from
a government agency.
right.
But at the same time, it's a government agency.
Right.
So you're gonna probably see less people get into it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like Shadow City says, like 7 people are gonna play this. See, I think what it might end up being is you're gonna have interested parties look into it, and they're probably gonna be
Steal
like,
something.
all the science stuff really doesn't sound like something we'd be interested in, but the setting seems interesting. Let me just steal this area and put it in my map. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
or
that
something like that. Like, oh, this character seems interesting. I'm gonna rip this character out and throw it in here.
absolutely. I think that's already becoming a thing.
That happens with just about everything that gets released, whether it's official D&D content or not. It's people will just take something and then put it in their own custom campaign.
Oh yeah, I've done that. It's honestly one of those things that it's like makes a lot of sense to do.
Right.
Because it's like they put a lot of time into making this stuff and I want to support them, but at the same time, I've put more time into my D&D world than they have put into any of theirs. So, I'm just going to go with my stuff but flavor up things to make my players happy.
Yeah, exactly. Why would I leave the world that I've been building? You've been building now for a decade, your world. But even like I've been building mine for 3 years now. Why would I leave that to just go do something else? Like I'd rather
Okay,
incorporate things and
a
expand my
one
world.
shot I'll take a one shot.
A
You
one
know,
shot, yes, but I'm not wanting to go on a multi-month adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, so like you know what? If we run a book, like doing Curse of Strahd or Tyranny of Dragons, that's one thing. Like you can still incorporate that into your world.
Like I did. It's just a hassle.
It yes, it absolutely is a hassle. Um,
Especially when certain players don't follow the suggested path.
that's not directed at anyone in particular.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh boy. Um, listen, man, you didn't have to do that. That was your own choice.
I
What's
know.
up, group?
I hands down know I did that to myself.
You did.
I hamstrung myself, but you had one of the greatest times you have ever had in D&D.
Oh, dude, that
Because
was so fun. And it
I
made
put a
such an interesting
problem in
character.
yeah, I put a problem in front of you that I knew you wouldn't ignore.
And it gave a character that was just a stupid like I want to be a pyromancer. It gave him an actual story.
Yeah. And
Um
it I don't know, but it was a very worthwhile story too, in my mind. You played that character very well for the time we played it. Even though it drove you off the walls with all the crazy stuff I would throw at you.
well, because my character essentially had to turn into a dad.
Yeah.
uh, and like where a normal dad would just be like, yeah, like you know what? You're lucky. I'm throwing. I mean, the I guess the only way that it makes it even is I'm throwing you a I I didn't actually give you a race for the child. Uh,
Nope.
but I'm basically throwing you a child to take care of in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. You threw me a baby dragon, which, as far as I'm concerned, is about equivalent. At least you have a normal kid. You're just in a worse situation.
Yeah, oh yeah.
When you're making a homebrew campaign, I think this one quote from Crap Guide to D&D fits. Sometimes while making a D&D campaign, you just have to have substitute a kidney for a moldy sponge for a while. Yeah, that's not wrong. And that's absolutely the case. It's so
Yeah.
funny. Uh, at the beginning, especially of my last campaign, this campaign has been a little bit more thought out, but at the beginning of my last campaign, it was very much like, hey, yeah, don't go there right now. You know, it's drawn on the map, but that's about as far as I've gotten.
Yeah. I, it's even funnier when you look at like my entire campaign world. It's like, Eli, what's going on in this area? Uh, uh, uh. Give me like 20 minutes.
Right.
Because you guys ask some weird stuff about some weird places in my D&D world.
Especially during the Civil War campaign.
Yeah, but you guys also traveled a lot more for that one.
Right.
Compared to, like, the one you're currently in. When we look at that one, you guys have been in one town and the outskirts of it.
Right.
I know I call it a city in game, but it's basically just a town. They, there's not much city to it. There's pretty much it.
That's, that is 100% correct, Shadow City. What's going on here? Elves. Oh, cool. Like,
But you guys, I love how our D&D group is very accommodating to the thing of, I don't have anything set there. Well, okay, that's cool. if I wait a little bit, can you send me what's going on there? Because I'm asking as like my character and they want to know what's going on in their home region. And they
Right.
give you time. Our group is very handy with the oh no, you need more time for that? Go ahead.
Definitely. And it's I did you watch the video I sent you of
Not yet.
okay. It is Brennan Lee Mulligan, and they're talking about how to irritate a DM. Oh wait, I might have sent you a no. Okay, I sent you a different one. I uh I sent you Matt Mercer and Brennan Lee Mulligan
Brandon Lee Mulligan talking about
milestone versus
yes.
XP. No, I just watched a video yesterday that it was like how how to irritate any DM. Uh, and how to provoke any dungeon master. That's what it is. And it's like a Zoom call, and Brennan Lee Mulligan is like, you want to know what it's like every single time in every campaign. It's like your players, you always give extra emphasis to the thing you want them to pay attention to. That's the important thing, and they will always ignore that and go to everything else. And he's like, you lay it out, and you're like, you walk into the tavern, and there's a dusty bookshelf over in the corner. A table sits with a few mugs, scattered about. And you notice, and they start cutting him off immediately, and they're like, I want to go read 20 on a history check to read all the books. How dusty is it in here? Can I use an acrobatics check to see how dusty it is? Like, they're all throwing out all these questions. And at the end of it, Brennan is like, you all actually just stressed me out right there. I'd like to let you know. As much as that it was a joke, you actually you actually got to me.
Yeah, because like my favorite one is I always every time I describe the tavern that you guys tend to start out in a lot, the
That's
Thin
funny,
Hag.
group. Right.
I always try and leave it as vague as possible,
Right.
which has many times bit me in the ass. Such as the, hey, how many broken tables and chairs are in here? Wait, what? Oh, you said there are a bunch of like misplaced like furniture that isn't like original. Like it's been replaced over the years and broken and repaired. I was like, uh-huh.
And it's a sort. It basically looked like what our D&D table looked like at our apartment, at the apartment.
Yeah.
Where
It
it
was
was
just
like
like
two blue mesh chairs, an office chair at the head of a table, a couple of folding chairs, like, and then
none of
one
the
wooden
chairs
chair.
sit even. Yeah, none of
Yeah.
the chairs sit even. And it's like, hey, can I go spend the rest of the night mending everything?
Yeah.
Because I like it here and I want this place to succeed. It's like, uh, uh, yeah, sure. Wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did say, like, oh, I'm just going to go around and mend everything. And it's
Yeah,
like,
which,
dots like that, I'm fine for character building. But yeah, can I use skill for check that has nothing to do with said skill? Absolutely, group. Yeah, that does get tiring. No, group said Eli as a GM is the kind of campaign I'd play a character that'd eventually be known as the Geneva checklister.
group,
And
group. Understand me when I say this. I have had more than one.
yeah, yeah, he has.
And they get worse every single time.
I may have been one of those at one point,
Yes.
but also
Finn is currently the worst with it.
I was
I
the
want to
first
go.
one.
Yeah. Finn being like, I want a gun, I want a gun, I want a gun. It's like, dude, you're playing a druid.
Yeah, right.
No.
Understand when I say this, I'd be disappointed if you hadn't. Last session, the party was let into a friendly settlement. We went to a tavern. One of the players thought prices for beer was too high, so he murdered the barkeep. You guys tried to do that in my first campaign. Justin tried to pick a fight with a bartender in my first campaign. You guys were like 3rd level or 4th level, whichever, very low level. And little did Justin know he was picking a fight with a former adventurer who was a level 20 character. Which is why I was like, are you sure you want to do this?
I don't even remember this.
Because you will die. You guys had stopped in. It might have been a tad bit late. Was it a tad bit later? Yes, it was. Because it was after your character was pregnant, I think. I think it was. Because Justin's character was going around getting all the pregnancy craving stuff for your character. And
I remember how much that fucking drove him insane.
Yes, it did. It was really funny. But that was also when his character was starting to ride the line of good and evil, and he started to try and pick a fight. He was probably okay. Level 4 is probably a little early. I think it was closer to like 8 or 9, but still, he was trying to pick a fight, and the bartender was just like,
Nah, fam.
You need to leave because you're getting yourself into a world of hurt that you don't even see coming. Like, that was going to be the death of Justin's character if he kept pushing that. Come on, fight
I don't know
me,
what
old
it is
man.
about me.
10 seconds later, everyone's dead.
I like playing characters that push that bill a little bit too far.
Right.
Alice was a great one. Heck, even what's his face? Rex. Everyone loves Rex. Rex is like a terrible person.
Right, yeah, Rex is one of your more intriguing characters. Even if he's not your most entertaining or even most creative, I think he's your most intriguing.
So why do you say that one?
Let's throw down a quick rundown of just your most recent characters. So you have your one from the current campaign, which is Soot, a ancient Warforged from the Blood Wars,
yes.
forged by Hell to fight the Abyss.
Yep.
Long since deactivated and then reactivated by wildfire and turned into a druid. Very interesting, very cool idea. Not something you typically hear about. Alice, a sorcerer who was not gifted with her powers upon birth, but rather had to carve runes into herself in order to use magic. We'll keep it simple like that. Ronan, a disgraced samurai who had forgotten his former life and was working to regain his honor. Mars, a Fey elf in a world where the Feywild had been burnt to a crisp and he was not there to stop it. Who is also... there's so many words that could be used to describe Mars's effect on everyone else, but basically...
he was grating.
Good at pissing people off, yeah. Then we go back to Rex, Rex was a barbarian, right?
Yes, he was a human barbarian, because I was original.
A former Thieves Guild member.
And yes, he was the enforcer. Yep.
Who had left that business, settled down, had a wife, had kids.
Yep.
Got diagnosed with an incurable disease.
Mm-hmm.
where only something the level of greater restoration or wish would be able to cure him.
I think we ended up deciding on Wish itself to cure him
Wasn't it like a
because
soul curse?
yes,
Okay. So
because he had done so many evil things in his life.
so it was specifically only wish can cure him. He got
Yep.
cancer. No, he got super cancer. He got turbo cancer. Like
Yeah. He.
um so he decides to leave his family to spare them the pain of having to watch him wither away and die, and joins an
At the same
adventuring
time,
group.
keep in mind, in the same time, he was like, if I'm going to die, I might as well die showing my kids and my wife that there's some good left in the world, even if it's coming from me.
Right. So, like, he goes out with this adventuring crew and is almost like the dad of the party the whole time, and is trying to make up for all the wrongdoing throughout the rest of his youth, throughout his youth. And that is such an interesting idea for a character because it is yes, okay, typical Eli is this character is sad, and this character is always going to be sad. This character has no happy ending. For some reason, you're a masochist like that, uh, and love to make characters who do nothing but suffer the entire campaign. I don't know why.
It's the only way to make interesting characters in my mind. They have to suffer.
All right, yeah, sure. I mean, characters have to suffer, but good grief, you're like you like walk in, kick the character's dog, and then diagnose them with turbo cancer, burn their house down, slash all their tires, and then like choke their mom to death. Like you are one thing after another. It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like, oh man, this character was attempting to save his town and his town got burned down, and it's like one really big moment that crushed him, or this character has lost a lot and is going out to try and separate himself from that. Like a defining moment that would put a character on the path of an adventurer. No, you're just like, no, we have an hourly scheduled baseball bat to the ribs, and yeah, that's gonna go on for the next 20 years. Like
I do thoroughly enjoy torturing my characters.
and the two options are you're either gonna die a horrible death, or you're gonna develop a super skeleton and be able to live through anything. We'll find
Yeah.
out which one that is. Like,
Yeah.
so to with a lot of your other characters, like even Alice had a relatively happy ending. With
Yeah.
as terrible as her situation was, not only did she get revenge on her dad, she took out her dad, even though she wasn't the one to deliver the killing blow. She proved she was better than him. She changed the family home into a school. She reunited her family and made peace with the rest of them. She
Yeah.
shook off her dad's influence that was left after his death. And had a child who could very well be very important to the future of this world. So, compared to your other characters, she ended up pretty well.
Yeah.
Mars died, but at least
He died doing something that he decided, that no one else decided for him.
Exactly. And even if he made missteps along the way, he was trying to fix a greater issue. He was trying to make up for his absence in his land's greatest time of need.
Yeah.
Rex just dies. There is no happy ending, there is no triumph. No matter what happens in the story, he is going to die.
Yeah.
Because he's going to refuse every wish spell anyone could give to him. Even if somebody
Mm-hmm.
was willing to use wish to cure him, he was not going to let it happen. So
Nope.
you are setting out on a campaign with the idea that legitimately
There's no happy ending.
not just a oh yeah, well there's no happy ending. Like you said that for Alice multiple times, but for
Yeah.
Rex it was true. There is no conceivable way that there is a happy ending for this character because he outright refuses the happy ending. He doesn't
And
want a
I,
fairy tale ending because he doesn't think he deserves it.
which is really funny because can you guess his alignment?
Wasn't it uh chaotic neutral or neutral
No.
or lawful evil?
Nope. Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. Okay, that was going to be my next guess. Yeah, cuz he would have been more lawful evil back in his youth.
Yeah. Lawful evil, there's you could even say in a way he was still chaotic good back then, because any of his backstory that you guys would have pried out of him was with he did everything. He had a chance to not do any of it. But he did it because the girl he ended up marrying and starting a family with basically got kidnapped and taken in by the Thieves Guild because
Right.
she had, and so he uh basically threw his life away to buy her freedom. And so he's been a good person. He's like, okay, I understand what I have to do. I have to do all this necessary evil to get my to save my family. This is the only person that has ever cared for me. I will make sure they are taken care of the rest of their life.
Right.
And it's even worse when you find out what I do to him in my campaign.
Oh yeah. In your world where he becomes a god forever, forced to ferry the souls of the dead to the afterlife,
Yep.
but he can never go.
Mm-hmm. Even though he begs and pleads to put it up and put his past behind him so he can go to hell where he belongs and stay there.
Right.
Because I like torturing my characters.
Yep. But 100% betting she is dead.
Oh, his wife?
His wife?
She makes it all the way to she does survive. She keeps the family together after Rex disappears because they never find out what happened to him. Oh, oh boy, can't wait for this comment.
Group says D&D characters are often a way for people to express how they feel without having it to having to outright come out with it. Eli, are you okay?
No. Whoever
Little
thought I was
chuckle.
okay.
Wow. Jeez.
Me
see,
okay? That sounds
see, that's
like
what
a trap.
I usually have an idea for a D&D character and work forward from that and create. I've made some intriguing characters. I mean, Storm is just a Dragonborn, he's even got a little bit more lore to him now than he did in the original campaign, even though it isn't
Yeah.
much. Because in the original campaign, he was just a blue Dragonborn. Like, because Dragonborns are cool, and I want to play a wizard. So I'm a Dragonborn wizard. And what else? I need more? But now he's a Sapphire Dragonborn, uh, which you have switched it up in your world, just so nobody is like, what? Uh, the dragon, the crystal dragon god is a ruby dragon in your world, not sapphire like it is in normal. Uh,
No, you have it swapped.
do I?
It's a sapphire in my world where it's a ruby in
Are
the rest. 100%.
yeah, yeah, you are correct.
I know more about this game than I know about most of my
Well,
coworkers.
okay, well, well, magic is for nerds. I cast gun. Um, so then Storm in this campaign shares the scale color of the dragon god.
Yep.
And
And nobody knows because how many people know about Dragonborn lore when you're walking through a continent of mostly humans?
right, which that I'm really intrigued to see what you do with this because of course there's an attached importance that even Storm himself doesn't understand. He's just like, I understand there's something weird about me because when I've been around other Dragonborns, they like look at me weird and you know, they're like, hmm, I like so he's like there's something going on and he's this is what my main goal with Storm is right now is to research and figure out why Storm is Sapphire and what is special about that. Is there another recorded Sapphire Dragonborn in history or am I the first one? Is there some importance tied to it or is it just another thing, you know? But there's something there, even if it's just, well, I'm the only Sapphire Dragonborn, so of course, other Dragonborn specifically, aren't used to seeing something like me. And so they're cautious of me. You
And you
know?
will learn a lot of that stuff.
So that's what I'm interested to learn with Storm. Um, but I mean, when it comes to like characters, mine have been all over the place.
Yes, and I
Uh,
love it.
I never played the same character twice until I played Storm a second time. Shut up. Uh, but even then, Storm's completely different than he was back when I first played him 10 years ago. Gosh. Um,
Yeah, don't get me started because somebody said something to me about that. Like, yeah, you know you've been doing this for a decade now, right? At what point in time do you think as a chef you should retire? And I'm like, I shut up. I no. This is my retirement.
lies, deception, deceit, trickery. Um, yeah, because okay, there's Storm, there's Dante, who was also fairly light on story. Uh, at the time in Alex's campaign, he was really just an instigator and a thief. Uh, little bit different than the stereotypical rogue, but uh,
Yeah, because you played him as a pirate.
right.
Arr.
He was a straight up pirate, like, and rather than like, oh, I'm gonna sneak around and pickpocket people. I was just like, I'm gonna walk around in broad daylight and steal from people, and they're not gonna know. And using more, like walking up to that one guard and being like, "Oh yes, I'm his relative," and despite me being a tiefling and the guard being a human, and the guard being like, "Yeah, okay, I believe that," and then I just drag his corpse away, steal all the stuff off of it, and throw it in an empty grave.
Yeah.
Like, I was very much more a. I almost played him kind of like a bard in some ways, just like a, more.
You
Okay,
didn't play him.
less flamboyant bard.
Yeah, because Mars was the bard in that one, and Mars really did a number on that party.
Oh yeah. But
Mars caused a lot of problems.
yeah, he did. But then, yeah, I've played a couple clerics now. Annabelle.
I think cleric is your most played class.
I think it is, just because I've played it for most one shots.
Yeah, just because it's an easy one shot.
It's a very easy one shot class. I've played a paladin who has my stupidest character. And that's the only paladin I've played. Yeah. So okay, I'll tell the story about this character real quick. I played a kobold paladin named Quipo, and he praised meteors. So he just went around telling everybody, he's like, "Quipo like meteors. Do you like meteors? Cause Quipo like meteors." And people would be like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And he'd be like, "Meteors are cool. Quipo likes them." Do you like meteors too? Because if you like meteors, Quipo like you. And people were like, "No, stay away. I don't like you. Stay away from me." And then I believe at one point we were fighting somebody, and one of them went, "Meteors suck," and it was like, Quipo was like, "What did Quipo hear you say?" "You don't like meteors. That means Quipo don't like you." And then I cut him in half. That is easily the dumbest character I've played.
What is my most played class?
I don't know, because you play a different one every freaking campaign. Since I've played with you, you've played Mars, a bard. You've played Rex, a barbarian. You've played oh shoot, what did you play in Alex's Ravnica campaign?
Oh lordy.
I played a Minotaur barbarian.
Oh man, that's a throwback.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think I played a cleric.
Did you play a cleric?
I think I played ooh. Because I remember we had
Quipo, break your legs for no like meteor. Yeah, exactly. That was the whole thing. And then I was going to try to find a way for Quipo to obtain an item that let him use Meteor Swarm, or try and force one of the party members to learn Meteor Swarm, because Quipo would have been like, "Meteors!" Like, he would have freaked out if he ever got to see Meteor Swarm. That would have been that character's ultimate goal.
Oh wait, I remember. I was House Demir, but I dressed up as what was it?
What was that noise? Yeah, I don't know what that noise was.
Oh yeah, I was a. Was it me? Did I make a funny noise?
No, I made the noise. When I tried to be like, meteors.
I was a cleric of House Demir who dressed up as a house. I was the weird one.
You were disguising yourself as
Azorius.
Yeah. Okay. I knew it started with an A. I kind of it had to come to me. Um,
And I think I played a cleric in that one. Um, man.
okay. We have just been kind of talking about D&D for a while. Um, I'm a cleric of House Gun. Uh, the one other D&D thing that I wanted to mention was they are making a miniature for Bahamut, the Platinum Dragon God, which quote unquote miniature because it's always gigantic. Uh, it's gonna be the same size as the Tiamat and Tarask. Let me see if I can find
Ooh.
it. Bahamut Mini. Oh yeah, it's gonna be massive. It comes out in August. Why on earth? Okay, I can't show that on stream. I look up Bahamut Mini and I get an Etsy ad for a big boob goblin girl. Yeah, thank you, Google. That's what I wanted to see.
Okay, so it is $400.
$400, just like the other big ones.
Yeah. It has a pose where it is just a giant silver, a giant all platinum.
Oh, it's
Another
got
one
a.
where it's breathing fire.
Oh, that's
It has him
awesome.
as Elmister and him as a thing of birds.
That's actually pretty dope. I like that. The fire is freaking cool.
I This is the problem because if I were to get this, I would not paint it like that.
How would you paint it?
I well, I would the problem is it would go silver. You would do silver and then you would do like aging
Right.
around the wings. I would do the actual fire colors because I think that would be dope. And then if you went and washed up the wings to like give it like, hey, look, it's breathing fire, I think that would look dope.
Yeah, that I liked. Dude, if I had the money, I would immediately buy uh like the Tiamat and the I would buy too many of those quote unquote minis. Yeah, like can you even really call it a mini when it's the size of a small dog?
No, well, it is a miniature compared to how
I
large
was
it is
gonna
supposed
say
to be.
yes. I suppose it is miniature compared to the actual creature size, but all right. Okay. Is this one? I think this one works. I can't tell what that is. So I wanted to do a dessert tier list to end this off. Uh, that is too many. I don't know what most of those are. Okay.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
Oh, this is all in French. Why does that say orgasme culinaire? Culinary orgasm? Is that what that means?
Yes, that means
Why? Why?
because let me be honest with you, the French are weird.
I know the French are weird, but why?
Because the French are weird.
Good grief. All right, I think. Why does this one have grapes, though? Why do you have grapes on a dessert tier list? Okay, we'll do this one. Pop it up on here. That's quite a lot of desserts, but we can get through it. I have to stream it to you. That's not what I wanted to do. There. And this one.
Watch stream. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, severe.
Yeah, culinary orgasm. Such a weird. So this uh looks like, can I? Okay, I didn't want to pull up code on the picture. This looks like Watergate salad is one of the terms for it, but
What's in it? I can't tell. Picture too small.
can I? Oh,
Okay.
cool. I entered full screen. It it won't let me.
Okay, just give me a second. I'll go look up what Watergate salad is.
It's like the green stuff. You might.
Oh, yeah, green goo.
Yeah, there's your. Yes. Yeah.
That's what my family calls it.
The real. See, my family calls it the green stuff. Meth. I mean, it's addictive like meth. I love that stuff. That's,
I don't.
That's straight S for me. I don't know why I love that stuff so much.
I will give that to you because it is very good. It's too sweet for me. That's the problem.
It's the lettuce crap. No, it's not lettuce. It's marshmallow fluff. And
Or just marshmallows with pistachio pudding.
right, yeah, but freaking delicious. It's, oh my gosh, I love that stuff so much. Bunt cake.
Put cherry and pineapple in there. Mm.
Oh, it's so good. Bunt cake.
Uh, I'd give it a B tier.
I was gonna say it's pretty good. It's very plain, but I can get down some bunt cake.
Are there so many?
I can't tell what this is.
That's baked Alaska.
I have no idea what that means. How do you bake a whole state?
It is ice cream on top of
Oh.
yeah, it's ice cream on top of like a pie shell, but it's most notably like graham cracker pie shell, and then you put meringue over the top of it, and you take a blowtorch to it.
Ice cream and cake topped with browned meringue. Oh, that sounds really good. I want some of that. I want to try that.
I have a recipe for it.
Okay, I've never tried it, but it sounds delicious. I'm gonna put it in B tier just for that. But I'm absolutely. I do have the sponsor of today's video, Opera GX. No, okay. I wish Opera GX would sponsor me. I'd love money. Banana nut bread.
A S tier. S tier.
Straight
If there's
S.
an S, yeah.
Immediately straight S.
I will kill an entire thing of banana bread.
Yeah, me too. I think that's banana pudding, although it looks like it's shaped into a cake almost. Is that supposed to be tiramisu?
Tiramisu?
It
Not
might be.
tiramisu. What are you? No, tiramisu is the very last one.
Oh, that's this one. Then what is this?
I'm gonna guess banana pudding.
Yeah, but it's square, which is weird. I mean, you know what? I'll assume it's banana pudding, and it goes in S. I love banana pudding.
Yeah. I don't know what the next thing is.
It looks like almost like a blueberry muffin in the shape of a brownie.
I wish they had names on them.
I wish they did too. C tier. I don't know what it is. Brownies.
What piece of brownie?
Okay, I was gonna say, here's the thing. Depending on the brownies I've eaten, I have definitely eaten F tier brownies, and I have eaten triple S tier brownies. The ones that the person that you work with makes. Oh my gosh. Those brownies are the kind of brownies that'll make me propose in the first date. Like, her brownies are incredible.
No joke, I told her that, and she had one of the funniest comeback lines ever.
Oh gosh. What?
She was like, because I'm gonna be honest, she's not into white guys.
Okay.
So she immediately asked what your race was, and I said golden retriever. And she was like, "They can't eat brownies, Eli. You're killing your dog." I'm like, "It's my best friend, and he is a dog, but not that kind of dog."
She's also met me.
Yeah,
So
I know.
Could have just been like, "Oh, it's him."
Yeah, she knows who you are.
I'll throw it in A. Because yes, there's a wide variety. Brownies topped with ice cream.
I don't like.
I love them. Brownies with
It's not.
walnuts. B or C? At this point,
C.
yeah, I was gonna say at this point you're overcomplicating a brownie. You're just adding too much to it. I like the ice cream because the ice cream, especially if you made the brownies hot and then put the ice cream on it, the ice cream kind of melts into the brownies. Ugh, that's really good. Birthday cake, F tier. I hate everything birthday cake. And they make everything birthday cake flavored. Like, the actual cake itself is gross, and anything flavored that way is gross.
I know. There you are.
Normal chocolate cake. See, I'm not a cake person. I'll be honest. I'm really not a cake person.
Yep. I neither am I, but
This looks like
there is one
coconut
cake coming up. Here's the problem. I know you hate coconut,
I do.
and I love coconut, but I will give you this: coconut cake, D tier,
Cool. Ice cream cake, S tier.
F tier.
It's S tier.
It's not.
It's cake. It is cake.
No. This is what we're deciding on, dessert wise.
Yeah. I love ice cream cake. Legitimately,
Okay.
if I get cake for my birthday, I ask for ice cream cake. Because I love ice cream cake.
You're weird, but okay.
Shut up. It's literally a cake made of ice cream. How could you not like that?
I'm refraining from arguing you on this one.
I can't tell. This is another
that's
kind
lemon.
of cake. Is it lemon?
Lemon cake.
I mean, I like it slightly better than other kinds of cake, but still.
Put it in C tier.
Yeah, C tier. Red velvet, trash.
S tier.
I hate cake and I hate cream cheese frosting. I'll put it in B to even it out, but I cannot stand red velvet. It's so disgusting.
Have you tried Black Forest cake?
Yes, don't like that either. Wait. Hold on. Black Forest cake is chocolate cake with the cherry in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it has like rum in it.
Yes. No, okay. Whenever you first said it, I thought of German chocolate cake, which I don't like because it's made with coconut. But yes, Black Forest cake is my favorite kind of regular cake.
My only problem with it is there's a lot of cakes that get too rich for their own good.
Yes, and that's my problem with cake most of the time too. It's just too rich. Strawberry shortcake.
F tier. Get that shit out of here.
What do you mean F tier? Strawberry shortcake is delicious. You're a
I don't
heathen.
like strawberries.
I know you don't like strawberries. So I shouldn't be surprised, but I'm still angry. Cheesecake.
S tier. I love cheesecake.
I gotta put it in C, because cheesecake's the kind where I eat one bite and I'm done. Like, I can't eat anymore.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You can buy a mini cheesecake and take one bite of it at a time, and it lasts you the entire week.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not my thing. Well, this is like a fudge sickle.
F tier.
And C.
I can't. Dude, it's not good, man. It's so processed, it'll kill you.
I mean, they're not great, but pudding.
S tier.
S. I was gonna
I
say
love.
A or S. I was
Let's
more.
go A. Let's go A
I'm more inclined to
because
go A because while pudding isn't rich like other desserts, I just can't eat that much pudding in one sitting.
I
Um.
would not turn down pudding, but if I saw like a banana nut bread on the counter,
Oh
I'm
yeah. I'm
going for that over pudding any day.
exactly. Uh. What is this? Is this layer cake?
Yes, that is American layer cake.
Okay. B. I mean,
I
I like
I'm
it
gonna be
better than
honest
most
with you.
cakes.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, it's less cake and it's more just pudding.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have made hundreds of those, have never eaten one.
Really? Okay.
I just because I'm not a big fan of vanilla.
Oh, okay. This looks like
Eh,
blueberry cobbler and peach cobbler. I like
uh,
blueberry cobbler a lot. I really like blueberry cobbler. I don't know if I could put it in
yes,
S. Maybe A. Peach
A.
cobbler, less so. Still good, but
I would
okay.
swap those. Just me personally.
That's fair. Um, all the cook. You know what? Let's just speed run all of the
General.
cookies. Chocolate chip cookies are like brownies. They can be S tier, they can be F tier.
Yep.
These kind of cookies that are like chocolate chip cookies, but the whole
Chocolate.
cookie is chocolate, a little bit less so. The quality's a little bit lower on those typically. These look like kitchen sink cookies. No,
I love kitchen sink cookies.
maybe they're not, but S tier.
They're fudge cookies.
Fudge
Basically,
cookies
what
still S tier.
Snickerdoodles S tier.
Oh yeah,
Put those.
snickerdoodles S tier. Peanut butter cookies S tier. I know you can't
Can't
eat
eat
them.
them, but okay.
Cookie dough
S tier.
S tier. I was gonna say S
I
tier.
will eat raw cookie dough.
Sugar cookie
I am that kind of man.
S tier. I love sugar cookies. Uh, creme brulee I think is what that is. I've never had it.
I I hate to say this. I hate being that guy.
Uh-oh.
As somebody who's Creole, uh, who has like the French American, whatever it's called, whatever they want to say it, creme brulee sucks. I hate the taste of charred sugar.
All right, fair enough. Cupcake?
I don't. I don't know what it was. We got those cupcakes for your final session of D&D, and they've really messed me up on cupcakes. Like,
I've
I don't even want to look at cupcakes.
Never been big on cupcakes. Once again, the frosting's usually just too rich. Boston cream, I don't... Or is that an eclair? That might be an eclair.
Eclair high.
Yeah.
I'd go A.
A, yeah.
I like eclairs, but like once again, there's a lot of stuff I would rather eat on this list.
Flan? Eh,
It's too bland.
it is. Frozen yogurt. A.
Ew.
B.
Ugh.
A. B.
Yeah.
B.
B.
I like it, but it's not as good as just eating ice cream.
Yeah.
And it's almost as unhealthy. Fudge.
I love fudge.
Fudge is good for like 2 bites, and then your stomach
I
is
100% agree.
All right, ice cream speed run, banana split. Better when I was a kid, but still decent.
Yeah.
Chocolate ice cream, S tier.
Yep.
Vanilla ice cream, S tier.
Okay.
Cookies and
Rocky
cream,
Road or cookies and cream.
D tier or C tier. I don't like cookies and
Yeah.
cream very much. Mint ice
Mate,
cream.
you're gonna say F tier.
Yeah, F tier. I'm surprised you
There's
agree
some-
with me. Most people just riddle me whenever I say.
Here's the thing with mint. Mint ice cream, I do not like mint ice cream unless it's in a milkshake form.
Oh, see, I don't like that either because I just don't like mint. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume this is chocolate chip cookie dough. S tier.
Yeah.
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
S tier. Ice cream sandwich.
S tier.
S tier.
If you make them yourselves, they're amazing. Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Oh,
S tier.
I
Soft serve, S tier.
Yep.
I can't tell if that's strawberry ice cream or another kind of sherbet, but S tier.
That's strawberry.
Yeah, so you don't like it, but
Yeah, but it's...
I dare
I
disrespect
understand.
cookies and cream. Yes, I disrespect cookies and cream. It just isn't good to me. Ice cream sundae. Usually
I
too
would put
much
it in
now.
A tier.
Usually
Yeah.
too much. I don't mind them every once in a while, but I like a plain bowl of ice cream. Oh wait, this is vanilla. What was the other one? I have no idea.
Probably peanut butter.
Oh, then it's at definitely S tier. But yeah, vanilla S tier. Don't know what this is.
So
Nutty Buddy ice cream cones, S tier. Again, you can't eat them, but apple pie.
A. I would put
I was gonna
apple
say
pie as
A.
a strong A. McDonald's apple pie?
I don't know. Yes, that is McDonald's apple pie. A. Cherry pie.
Is that
A.
Yeah, A.
What is that?
I don't know. I can't see it very well.
I can't really tell what it is, so we're gonna go B. French silk, S tier.
Yeah,
Lemon meringue,
S tier.
Is that what is that? What kind of pie is that? I can't tell what kind of pie that is.
That's another meringue. I think that might be key lime.
Oh, key lime's good.
I like key lime, but it gets a little much.
I was gonna say key lime pie is either S tier or F tier. There is no in between. Pecan pie, F tier.
Pumpkin pie, S tier.
S tier during the right season. Is this just
Yes.
a pie made of strawberries? That seems a little odd.
It also has gelatin in it.
Oh, that instantly makes it go down. I don't like the desserts made with gelatin. I love Jell-O, but I don't like when you make a dessert with gelatin. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is either. That is pumpkin bread?
Pumpkin bread, very good. I love pumpkin bread.
Pumpkin bread, I'd say an A tier. S'mores? Oh, dude. So I'm going to have to say S tier just because when you're making s'mores, you're camping, you're having a good time, you're burning them over the fire, like, awesome. Tiramisu, C.
Really?
C or B. I mean, it's okay to me. It's just usually it's not my first choice.
Okay. So, funny enough, the lady that does all of our desserts at our restaurant, at my restaurant that I work at, she's Jewish. You've met her.
Yes.
It was Hanukkah time, and she was like, "Oh, I bet Eli would love this," and made me a full pan of tiramisu.
Nice.
Not like, oh, like the little, like, dessert pans that you take over for your family. No, like a full 2-foot by 1-foot thing of tiramisu. And she made 2 of them. One for the store to eat, and one for me.
Jeez.
I spent 3 days eating it.
All right. Well, I do have somewhere I need to go. So, you got your quote for the week?
Give me a second. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
I'm not a player. I'm a gamer. Players get chicks. I get achievements.
Oh, dang. You didn't even have the good version of that quote? The good version of that quote is, I'm not a player. I'm a gamer. Players get chicks. I get bullied in school.
Would you like another one? Games don't make you violent. Lag does.
Jeez, you're pulling out all the cheesy ones.
Yeah.
I'll pull out one from Jiraiya. Knowing what it feels like to be in pain is exactly why we try to be kind to others.
Is that from the show Narada?
Yeah, you do that every time. All right, that's all we got for this one. Thank you all for watching. Hope everybody enjoyed. I'll catch you for a stream tomorrow. Early stream tomorrow.
I will also be streaming tomorrow. I think I'm streaming Bolt Gun.
I don't remember what I'm streaming. I'm streaming While the Iron's Hot.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Our
play
monthly
that
game.
game. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all from us. Tally ho!